Welcome to Building Cities. I'm Marlo Owczarzak. Building Cities is a collection of voice memos, studio sessions, and behind-the-scenes explanations detailing how my song Cities came to life. It all started as a journal entry on May 15th, 2019. The inspiration is New York, the song Emphasis by Sleeping at Last, Piano Man by Billy Joel, Skid Row from the musical Little Shop of Horrors, the feeling of when you'll do anything to fix a problem besides confront yourself, as well as the book Invisible Cities by Italo Calvino and the song Scott Street by Phoebe Bridgers.
This is a city they write songs about. Memories are poetry too. I thought if I'd moved to the city, all of my dreams would come true.
Next, you'll hear another phone recording that took place in my apartment with little to no equipment. I only had a keyboard and my phone. This opening line was recorded a few months after my first draft of a chorus, quite literally recorded at 1 a.m.
I hate to call myself a romantic, but it's 1 a.m. and I'm manic again. Caught up in all the stories of who I could be, or who I was, and now Wonder Street, now Wonder Street tonight. Searching for a sign. These are the cities they write songs about. Memories, poetry too. Thought if I moved to the city, all of my dreams would come true. All of my dreams would come true.
The chorus has had a few changes since my first draft. This is an early version with the original lyrics.
Cities chorus, take 1, plus the final changed chorus. Chords are C, D, E minor, C, I think this is D7, it's the inverted D, where I have F sharp as my first, and then a G, and that repeats. Gross. This is a city they write songs about. Memories, poetry too. I thought if I moved to the city, all of my dreams would come true. Now I'm standing on 16th and 30th, tear all streaming down my face. All thoughts are replaced with the mantra, someone please get me out of this place. Out of this place.
After months of writing, rewriting, and defining a melody line, Cities was brought into the studio for the first time. And then we have the piano. Da, 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 da.
say I'm a romantic, but it's 1 a.m. and I'm manic again. Echoes of jealousy weighing me down in my room. Let it consume. Oh, it's unclear why I'm unhappy here. 'Cause these are the cities they write songs about, postcards and poetry too. I thought if I moved to this city, all of my dreams would come true. I thought all of my dreams would come true. Giving each Giving each stranger a story, but my tea is cold. No glory again. Flashes of emptiness surge as I go pay the bill. Keep my head still, and oh, it's unclear what I should do from here. Oh, 'cause these are the cities they write songs about, postcards and poetry too. I thought if I moved to this city, all of my dreams had come true. I thought all of my dreams had come true. I thought all of my dreams had come
Cool.
My first studio day revolved around recording piano, guitar, and bass, with 3 musicians coming together to form a makeshift band for the day. We had Woody Goss on piano, Andrew Vogt on bass, and Ryan Curtis on guitar. We tried some takes with drums as well, but it didn't feel right to me. After the foundation of the song was set, we recorded a string quartet, composed by Ken Leftridge. We had Amanda Bailey and Christine Flinginger on violin, Victoria Lee and Molly Reif on cello. The first time I heard the string composition, it was so beautiful, I cried while they practiced. After strings, we recorded vocals, and then the process of putting it all together began. Next is an instrumental version of Cities, so you can more clearly hear the talent of these musicians. Or you can use it as a karaoke track as you sing along in the car. Now, here's a breakdown of cities. The song starts with electric guitar, a new sound for those who are familiar with my previous EP, Broken Lyrics. This is the first indication that my style has evolved past the piano and strings heavy tracks from Broken Lyrics. However, you get a taste of piano and strings within the first 10 seconds, so you know that Cities exists in the broader Marlo universe. We haven't strayed too far.
Hate to say I'm a romantic, but it's 1 a.m. and I'm manic again. Echoes of jealousy weighing me down in my room. Let it consume. No, it's unclear why I'm unhappy here.
This verse was written in the middle of a downward spiral. All of my work is emotionally charged, but I think this verse references a mental health slip the most explicitly. The narrator, my main character, begins confused. Thinking moving to the city would solve all problems, life would be different, everything would change, the protagonist is a little delusional.
These are the cities they write songs about, postcards and poetry too. I thought if I moved to this city, all of my dreams would come true. I thought all of my dreams would come true.
The confusion lies in the disconnect between the romanticized idea of the city and the actual day-to-day life in a city. The romanticism of cities is so ingrained in culture, at least Western culture that I'm familiar with, and there are so many tropes. For example, the country girl moving to New York City to make it big, the idea of a grand love story in a city abroad, sitcoms, movies, pop songs, poetry, and postcards. They all scream this idea of wish you were here and look at how great this place is.
I've given each stranger a story, but my tea is cold, no glory again. Flashes of emptiness surge as I go pay the bill. Keep my head still and oh, it's unclear what I should do from here.
The second verse is set in a coffee shop. The narrator has been sitting there for a while. Tea has gone cold. It's morning. Our protagonist is trying to keep it together, forcing an outing to be around people, trying to recover post-breakdown from the night before. For me, the mood of the lyrics has changed from a wild confusion to a defeated loneliness. The pre-chorus has changed from the question of, why am I unhappy, to a question of, what do I do now? The recognition of the unhappiness isn't enough. How does it help?
These are the cities they write songs about, postcards and poetry too. I thought if I moved to this city, all of my dreams would come true. I thought all of my dreams would come true. I thought all of my dreams would come true.
Since the narrator has become more self-aware, the second chorus feels more sad. We've moved from questioning the city to being disappointed in the city.
'Cause these are the cities they write songs about, postcards and poetry too. And I thought if I moved to this city, all of my dreams would come.
The disappointment is emphasized as the chorus is repeated once more without any of the cinematic pulse of the instrumentals. My goal was for the loneliness to be really apparent.
Now I'm standing on 16th and 30. There are tears streaming down my face. All I can say is one mantra. Someone please get me out of this place. Someone please get me out of this place. All the cities they write songs about. Someone please get me out of this place. Get me out of this place. Someone please get me out of this. Get me out of this. Please get me out of this place.
I draw a lot of inspiration from musical theater, and this extended chorus seems like the big number right before the life of the main character changes, the 11th hour. It's the same structure as the previous choruses, but the lyrics have flipped the stance on the city. It's overwhelming, the breakdown is surfacing again, and this time in public. It's a cry for help. Musically, I'm making a direct reference to the song Skid Row Downtown from the musical Little Shop of Horrors. And not only is that musical set in a city, relating thematically, but lyrically at the very end, there's a recurring refrain with the sentiment of, "Get me out of here, get me out of Skid Row." The way Cities is written reflects the overlapping vocals and the same sentiment by saying, "Get me out of this place." Ideally, Cities would be played in a perfect loop. The story starts at night at 1 a.m., moving through the night into the morning of the second verse, then slowly passing time until the breakdown at dusk. The "get me out of this place" / all of my dreams repetition leads us back to the place the narrator was at in the first verse, back to 1 a.m. The cyclical nature of the song signals that even though partway through, the narrator realizes that the act of moving doesn't solve any issues, the narrator is back to toying with the idea of leaving all over again, repeating the cycle. We're back to the beginning. Will the narrator ever leave the city? Will the protagonist remain in the city and address these issues head on? I'm not sure. Eventually, I believe that Cities will live in a narrative of a full album or EP. But for now, here's Cities on its own, in its entirety. Thank you for listening.
Hate to say I'm a romantic, but it's 1 a.m. and I'm manic again. Echoes of jealousy weighing me down in my room. Let it consume. No, it's unclear why I'm unhappy here. 'Cause these are the cities they write songs about, postcards and poetry too. I thought if I moved to this city, all of my dreams had come true. I thought all of my dreams had come true. I've given each stranger a story, but my tea is cold. No glory again. Flashes of emptiness surge as I go pay the bill. Keep my head still and oh, it's unclear what I should do from here. Oh, 'cause these are the cities they write songs about, postcards and poetry too. I thought if I moved to this city, all of my dreams had come true. I thought all of my dreams had come true. I thought all of my dreams had come true. The cities they write songs about, postcards and poetry too. And I thought if I moved to this city, all of my dreams would come true. Now I'm standing on 16th and 30th. There are tears streaming down my face. All I can say is one mantra: someone please get me out of this place. Someone please get me out of this place. All the cities they write songs about, someone please get me out of this place. Someone please get me out of this place.